Responsive empath. I wonder if that was as a result of Swift play, just not wanting to give it to them, or.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, we haven't really seen Swift play empath tri-lanes for like 2-3 months. It feels like, so I don't know about that first pick, but
yeah,
who knows?
Dr. Repulsor coming out there with that Swift Blade and a Parasite again. We talked about it earlier, stressing it once again. Swift Blade did get some nerfs in this recent patch across the board other than his Swift Slashes. However, he's still showing that he is still a powerful hero to reckon with, and in this case, knows what even value him as first pick material even. So, kind of gives you an idea of how changes may not have a huge impact as far as being used or not in the end. Certain ones at least. The final pick now for Mint before we head into the next tier of bands. See the Empath and Bubbles already. What they're comfortable with here. Maybe getting that Probus carry or something else.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely different from what they ran in game 1 because they picked up the Empath, which normally suggests they might want to go a bit more later. Obviously, Affiliate's banned out as well, so they can't really go for more team fight and push this game because of all the avenues are sort of banned out most likely. So, pick up Melican. So I said that they might pick up in game 1, but they're going to pick up here in game 2. And I don't. I mean, it's a good pick, don't get me wrong, but I think Melican does really excel in sort of similar drafts or similar scenarios that we had in game 1, where you have a Ophelia sort of lineup, you have a lot of team fight, a lot of team push. I mean, Melican can definitely late game carry, but if they're going to sort of take this late, I think there's definitely better heroes to do so than Melican, but we'll have to see what kind of, or how Mint finish off the draft.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt Probusk has history of playing Malikan. It's just one of these player-hero combos that, not the most popular hero outside of Probusk, but he definitely has history playing it once again, and especially in the hands of this team here. So, again, Quincy actually pointed out an interesting stat that we were talking about Magnus, and Magnus actually the most played hero, 146 games. And, that only means so much without any data behind it, kind of backing it up. But to kind of give you an idea, number 2 is Rhapsody with 116 games. So 30 more games than the next closest hero. That's as far as being played. So, yeah, Magnus just is a staple hero.
Yeah, and Rhapsody isn't even picked up that much anymore, really, because she's sort of dropped off quite a bit.
True. Yeah.
But,
very true.
Yeah, Magnus is just such a perfect hero because he can work in any kind of lineup, so he's so versatile. He can pretty much lane anywhere. And the hero is just so good because Lava Surge has a low CD, yeah, it has such a great range and is such a great setup for any other follow-up stuns as well. And eruptions, the hero is just like, it's just so cookie cutter, like just so stable, so reliable. So.
Bands happening: Tempest, Glacius, Prisoner, Torturer, Pharaoh, and Blitz coming out here with the 6 bands in total, of course. So Blitz, that final band, not your everyday support option, but has potential. We've seen it before. Definitely can be scary. Aluna is going to be coming out here. Also not your everyday support nowadays. And yeah, stat kind of backs it up right there. Only 12 games so far in the season.
It makes sense though. A lot of the other supports are banned out, like Glacius and Torturer. The only other one that's normally picked up is like Rhapsody, but it doesn't really work in this lineup. And obviously Pyromancer on the board as well. But with Pyromancer, you need to have like an initial sort of startup stun. Like Magnus, for example, is the perfect setup stun, because by itself Pyromancer is not great really, because the Dragonfire is quite easy to miss, and yeah, it just needs that sort of setup stun. And in this case, they don't have it, so Luna is probably the next best pick really.
Should have got Monarch.
Yeah, Monarch is decent. It could work quite well as well. They've gone this kind of somewhat ganky lineup with Parasite and Dr. Repulsor. Monarch could give him a lot of map control, could spot a lot of rotations and a lot of heroes from Mint, but maybe they just are not comfortable in playing it because they haven't played it a lot, for example, from Trents. But that's the Madman pickup though.
True that. Madman
so
Mint are
going to go maybe for this sort of somewhat late game style of game. But again, like I said, if they're going to go for that, I don't know why they picked up Melican. Like, I think he's such a great team fire, but he doesn't have the greatest sort of gank potential. He doesn't farm incredibly fast either. I think there could have been perhaps better heroes to do such a thing, maybe like Gemini, for example, but I don't know how comfortable Probusk is with Gemini.
Final pick. They got plenty of time to decide this one. 40 seconds and counting here.
And they need a mid. Pebbles is on the board, to be fair. They could go Pebbles or Luna mid. Doctor, short lane, Parasite in the jungle, and Suicide Swiftblade. And I think actually that would be the best lineup as well, because Mint are going to run a solo mid, so that would be secure and easy, quick up portal key on Pebbles.
See,
I think Pebbles.
Well, similar hero though to Pebbles is that Deadwood though. Again, he actually did fairly well last game, and now Deadwood be viable again.
But I think the best thing about Deadwood is that he's really good solo. And you can obviously dual lane him, but in Pebbles, like I'd rather definitely have a portal key on Pebbles. I pick up Deadwood. I mean, he's good and all. Like, don't get me wrong. I just think Pebbles could maybe offer a little bit more.
Well, I was trying to think like the biggest difference. I mean, the biggest difference is that well, there's a couple of other differences. Of course, the ideas of the heroes are similar in the sense they get a portal key, they can snowball. You know, all about ganking. But Deadwood's all physical. Pebbles, you know, brings a good amount of magic damage to the table, of course, with this combo.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's something to take in mind as well.
Yeah.
As far as
they have Doctor Pulse and Parasite. Yeah, that's a good point, I guess, Brokey. But I just think with Deadwood is that like you can only gank with him whenever cooldown or his ultimate cooldown is up, and the CD is like 70 seconds, whereas Pebble is like he only needs his Q and W, which is have like 20 seconds.
Yeah. Final pick Cthulhu font. God, this hero. We saw yesterday, Seek really making it. It's like, sure, this hero now, just like Swift plays, now a little more impactful. I think it's safe to say to Cthulhu.
Yeah, definitely.
But still a powerful hero. It's still the overall idea of the hero is still there, and that's really what made it. I think it's safe to say. So just a very tanky presence, has that fear effect, although not as strong anymore. Now it needs to be 180 degrees in front rather than a whole way around, sure. But and then Obliterate can also put out some good damage, and hell, the Trample, just a solid stun ability too. So it's just funny seeing that final pick after just being auto banned basically every game before the cycle here. So
yeah, I don't know how Null are going to lane this though. They're going to dual lane mid with the Deadwood because like it just seems weird if they're going to sort of babysit the Doctor Repulsor. That seems a little bit strange to me. Like, I think if I pick up Pebbles here as well, like they're going to do a lot better against Labyrinth mid as well, because Deadwood needs their ultimate to kill the bubbles, but that will never happen. But a Stalagmites from Pebbles will secure the kill on bubbles. But
so you're wondering if they're going to send a Luna mid with Deadwood?
Yeah, I think that makes the most amount of sense, and because Doctor Repulsor can handle himself fine against Suicide Madman, and they can secure mid victory if Luna goes mid. Like Deadwood will be fine while we won against bubbles, but if they put a Luna mid, they're going to destroy the bubbles mid and just wreck him. But I mean, I would still like to have seen the Pebbles matchup because, like with the Deadwood as well, like he doesn't have great synergy against Malakan either. Because when he uses possession, he's going to have 60 armor like for 5 seconds. Obviously, it tapers down, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem the greatest synergy. Maybe I think Charlie Simeon pretty prefers playing Deadwood than Pebbles, to be fair. And we talked about comfort heroes, and it is a big impact, to be fair. So
I'm looking at Malakan right now. He has no torso, no arms. I don't know if it's the same on your screen.
Yeah, same for me as well. Yeah. He just looks like he looks like he's about to fall over. Actually, he's gonna like trip.
His body just fell apart. All right, well, yeah, just your pause screen things going on here. Anyways, so once we're back, I'll be good to go. Yeah, again, Malakan. I always like to bring up his ultimate, how has that tapering armor effect. So not only when he pops it ultimate, he's fearing everybody, but you usually don't want to try to jump him right off the bat. As far as the physical presence goes, but
that's exactly what I was saying about the Deadwood as well. It's like if he, that's like just all this physical damage like doesn't synergize too well. I just think Pebbles would have been a little bit better because like, if they put out Pebbles, they can just literally get portal key on Pebbles and they can feed on Madman Bubbles and Empath. But again, no, stop talking about Pebbles.
He's not in this game, damn it! Stop talking about that hero. Yeah, no, it's that's the thing though. With Deadwood now becoming viable again, that whole idea of do we go Deadwood, do we go Pebbles is there. I will say, Pebbles himself really isn't that most popular hero nowadays either. So it's interesting there. But
and what happened to Gauntlet, man, as well?
Yeah, we go in phases, man. I mean, some heroes they have their time. Yeah, Gauntlet's kind of one of those too. The hooking heroes in general. I mean, we just don't see them nearly as much as we were for a little bit phase there.
We see a lot less dual mids though nowadays. So
yeah, that's
where they really did shine. Like particularly Gauntlet as well, because he could hook through creeps. So.
Fine, Quincy. Gosh, it's been a little bit. It feels like, but yeah, I mean, he's just one of those Every now and then he'll be picked up and do well. He's consistently just solid hero. A lot of action potentially at the top lane. Holy crap. 5 players from the Legion team and 4 from the Help One coming up here. The only one that's not here is Madman. So if you're mint up your Malikan, needs to be careful not to go too far. He's going to be fine. Spotting that couple more forces up here than he would like, so I'm sure they're going to scare them off, get the wars down. That's what they were making sure of, to kind of make it difficult here at this top lane. Are they going to run an aggressive pseudo tri-lane? Might not be out of the question, I guess.
I mean, Beaverbang actually is on the Swiftblade, so it seems strange that he'd go suicide. Yeah, Luna's going to stay top, yeah. They're going to do an aggressive try, or maybe just an aggressive dual lane, perhaps.
True. Yeah, no, Parasite going all the way to jungle.
Oh, no,
Luna going? No, Luna's going. Yeah, that is right. Beaverbanger playing it, yeah. Huh.
Oh,
I mean, just like last game, a little bit different roles here.
Yeah, maybe they're just going to do an aggressive dual lane, I guess. That's risky though, seeing as they've got Cthulhu in the jungle. I mean, they are blocking his camps, which is good and all. But this is out of range. This is going to be blocked, unfortunately. Yeah, aggressive dual lane. Man, Null still love their aggressive dual lanes, don't they? Actually, but they never, it barely ever works.
It feels like that they fails off the bat, and then they eventually transition, and then it works out in the end sometimes. But yeah, that could have been really dangerous for Empath, but she stays just far enough away to where she's fine in the end. So
yeah. I mean, this can work as well, I guess. Like the Cthulhu shouldn't be too much of an issue because they've blocked this hard camp, and at the same time, like Deadwood can handle himself solo, so can Doctor Repulsor, and then Parasite is just farming off anyway. So yeah, this is like really, really greedy though, obviously, because they're going to try and win all 3 lanes, but this could easily backfire. But you know, it could work at the same time. So
middle matchup: Deadwood versus the Bubbles. Coming at you. Then of course, the start of a bottom Madman versus Doctor Repulsor here. Deadwood, kind of very hard-hitting melee hero. 5-3 right now. Can't get the last one there. It's difficult with the creep wave pushed up. Bubbles 3-1 currently. Still fairly early on though. Yeah, it really gives Deadwood such a huge advantage. You know, like some heroes say we need to get like 2 attacks on an archer. You know, with like tower attacks in between and stuff. Or Deadwood with that oak bolt and the hatchet especially, just only needs the 1. So
yep.
Time it with that. Empath needs to be a little careful again. Doesn't want to get too far behind the Swiftblade. Gonna continue to be fine for the time being. 2-minute mark coming up. It looks like the top rune. Cthulhu fight in the vicinity. He is somewhat low on life though. Doesn't want to commit to defending it with that much life, and in the end will give it up. Luna's gonna pick it up. It's an Invis rune. There is no vision here of from Mint, so they do not have a. I don't think they have a clue that he got that Invis. However, rev forward. And all of a sudden, he's not so sneaky. However, Empath is still in some trouble. There's the spin, but a nice wall off. Very, very good placement of the wall on top of her, basically. And gets away from death. Yeah, if it wasn't for this rev ward that was just placed here, that could have been a dead Empath, but...
Oh, someone's TPing top.
Yeah, what is that? Is that... Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Coming back. They want to set up a kill right here. Swiftblade might be in trouble. They know he doesn't have spin yet, but the wall just not in time. Must have just been out of range right there.
Yeah. Again, like this aggressive dual lane though, like Beaverbanger's got nothing kind of thing, and just feels like this Eluna could be coming mid and shutting down Labyrinth completely, but
yeah,
because he's got no farm this Swiftblade. Like he's literally got the same farm as if he was suicide anyway, I think.
So Luna's impact's pretty minimal, safe to say. Perhaps might have been better off spent middle, but it's the same side of, you know, would have been leeching experience then off of Deadwood perhaps, or even the Doctor if he's there, so Deadwood probably wouldn't want to leech off of. You can argue maybe Doctor might not.
No, but I think it's worthwhile though, because if they shut down like Bubbles completely and get like crazy amounts of farm. I think, is that what happened last game, was it? I think the support sat mid, or it might have been another game, but I remember like Deadwood was getting dual laned and he got a really early portal key. Just wrecked, but yeah, unless... Because like Drents can't go back middle now because he's too low level, and Bubbles will be able to man up on him, if not kill him, if he tries to have an impact middle.
Yeah.
So laning phase a little bit kind of indecisive from Nullstone. Ooh.
Top rune battle. 4 minutes. It's both teams making a point. It's very important. Only ends up being a refreshment. Bottom room, Madman's there all alone. He's like, oh, cool, haste rune. I'll pick that up. Ends up bottling that up himself. So glad that that idea of the refreshment room was implemented. It really makes it that much more of a point to make sure to get there on both of them. Possible action ensues. So, but yeah, the haste rune on Madman, he's already popped it. He's kind of using it for some harassment and a little bit of creep farm there. No gank's going to be coming out though. So yeah, Cthulhufon's been a pure jungler here, really, as well. And about 200 gold per minute. Compared to that to Parasite, it's about 180. So actually doing slightly better in that sense.
I don't understand how what you got is that low level. Oh, he's correct. Camps haven't been blocked actually a little bit.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Bubbles committing a little too much right there. Rotten Grip lands. Can he get there in time to make him pay for it? There's Yokebolt slow. Picks up another tree. Look at the auto attacks, man. One more. Oh, it's not enough damage.
Chuck the log.
Oh, good time Bubbles. Is he out of range? Yeah. That would have been something. The Hail Mary log. But nope, he does make the escape. And Bubbles going to be fine in the end. Top lane, there could be a possible kill attempt coming up at least. Uh-oh. Yep, that's might be a dead Luna. Here comes a trample. Joe just out of range. Malikan not able to follow up either. And actually now Empath in a lot of trouble herself. Puts the wall off. And it will cut off Swiftblade from chasing. So 3 heroes here. Unfortunately unable to get a kill. No Bloodlust yet. I mean, we've had several attempts, but unable to get a nice juke on the sword throw right there. As I say that though, Madman, he's in a little bit of trouble. No, he's fine.
Yeah, man of battery.
A little too strong right there, so. This intense game that has resulted in, again, no Bloodlust kill just yet. But you got significant heroes, especially Deadwood hitting level 6, so. I don't know if that no Bloodlust is going to stay much longer here. In fact, we could be coming up here because he's able to dodge Rotten Grasp. That could be a difference maker. However, Deadwood now going back on a Bubbles. He may want to Willowmaker him. A Luna in trouble, though. Will it be enough for the kill? She puts power throw. She does go down. Trying to set something else up, though. Here comes Swiftblade. There's the Falcon Punch. And down it goes. Cthulhu wall off onto Deadwood, though. And actually, Deadwood in a lot of trouble here. Auto attack damage is going to be enough to finish him off. So all of a sudden, a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of Dawn over here. So.
Yeah, it's just Luna being level 1. Like, she offers absolutely nothing outside of a power throw. And actually, she was the one who picked up the DD instead of the Deadwood, and I think that actually made quite a big difference because like Deadwood was hitting for nothing because he didn't have barely any mana for like an uproot. He either had to choose the uproot or the Willowmaker, and obviously he chose the Willowmaker.
Yeah.
But yeah, just good rotations coming out from Mint in the end.
Top lane is, oh no, Empath thought she might have been looking for a flank attempt, but just using the Observatory. Getting some regen out of it. As Bubbles, he put some extra damage on the Deadwood there, but no kill attempt or anything like that. Has his Kelpfield now ready to go, and actually, Cthulhu is heading on over. Going to even share the bottle, sharing the love here. Good teamwork coming out. If Deadwood pushes up even slightly a bit right here, he's in trouble. Almost think he knows it. So he feels something's up. Okay, he's going up here. That's going to be it. Yeah, there's a Kelpfield. They weren't ready, though. Cthulhu wasn't really in the best position. He was almost falling back, it looked like. That's just miscommunication right there. I mean, we saw the idea, but the execution wasn't as pretty as Mammon, in the meantime, the bottom lane. He eventually gets taken out. Parasite there, no face hug needed. They had enough. Did they have dust? Yeah, they did, yeah.
Yeah, that kill actually was really big because that got a Luna level 3. Like, she was still at level 1 walking around with doing absolutely nothing. So, good kill for her. Like, she really hasn't found her way in this game, really, but that kill after that, she's at least the same level as Empath, and maybe she can sit down bottom and just start pulling her way back into levels. Because when she went top and tried to get something top, it just didn't work because they were really going against a defensive tri-lane, and they just didn't have any impact up there. But now she can pull. Get level 4, level 5 perhaps, and have a bit more of an impact.
Yeah. Well played right there. It ties it up at 2 hero kills apiece, of course. And you have Swiftblade actually hitting level 6 in the process, too, so he's got the Swift Slash. Look at the roam here, though. Madman and Empath coming around. They're looking for an opportunity, perhaps in the middle lane. The creep wave just going by right there, so they haven't been spotted yet. They're going to try to go for this Deadwood. But again, he feels like something's out, playing this pretty sneaky-like. Madman and Empath, all of a sudden, they're the ones in a little bit of trouble, perhaps. They find Parasite. Here comes Deadwood, though. He has the Falcon Punch.
They should go after Empath.
No.
That's a free kill on Empath there. They can't kill the Madman because of the stalk. They don't have any kind of dust, but Empath was a for sure kill, I think. She doesn't have level 6. Perhaps they were just scared of getting walled, but that would have been the same situation if they went after the Madman as well, so... Oh well.
Through the font, actually used his Obliterate recently. I guess he might have just done a huge stack here to help clear it out, and even using his trample to finish it off. It gets low on life, but it's going to be fine, of course. As again, his 230 gold per minute. It's about tied now with Parasite. They've been kind of going back and forth there as far as their farm. But yeah, Probusk once again having a very good time. 380 gold per minute, just like last game on Oogie. This time around, no different. Really has the Whispering Helm here. Very strong item on a hero like Malikan.
Yeah, this game seems to be quite a passive game coming out from both sides, so it makes sense if he's just going to pick up the Whispering and continue farming. It will give him a way to actually stack Ancients as well, because you can farm Ancients like once you get level 6 practically, once you get Whispering Helm, because you just use the ultimate and you get Splash, so you're just going to probably pick up a Skeleton King and then run it towards Ancients and start stacking it, and when it's triple stack you probably go and farm it. Because you can't really farm the jungle because Cthulhu's been taking it a lot, so... Unless he's going to try and set up a kill with it, actually, that'd be quite cool. We'd stop a swift spinning TP, actually, with the Skeleton King.
Yeah,
start with it.
mini stun physical, trying to get a range,
can get it.
Cannot.
Yeah, it's a nice idea, though.
Swiftblade just a little too quick with not only the spin, but obviously falling back before. So, good reaction in this part. However, this should set up a free tower kill at the top lane, so not the end of the world. Oh, Invis Deadwood. That's scary. And look at Bubbles, actually. Or that's Madman, even. He falls back. He knows something was up. He's headed towards the top lane. They're going to try to set something up. And actually, yeah, Mint knows it, too. So not a free tower kill in the end. The Invis Deadwood is scary enough to really get the whole team to fall back. Apparently.
They've got Kelpfield and Bubbles, though. I'd like to see him maybe try and set up a kill, probably mid, actually. And because of that, I think Nullstone's try and get a lane ward mid, because I think they could easily set it up, like, just with Bubbles plus Cthulhu and maybe either the Empath or the Madman. It's going to be a for sure kill. Like, I mean, they tried it earlier, but I think the execution was just poor, honestly.
Swiftblade Ghost Marchers. He's just going to continue to farm away at the top lane. Again, Struggling Star still not doing the prettiest. Only 175 gold per minute on Beaver Banger. This is usually their carry player. And I don't have the stats in front of me as far as how much GPM he averages overall, but I think it's 500 plus. So not his typical game, but again, because of the circumstances, understandable that that's where he's at here. Arcana picked up on Fuzzy Sloth playing the Doctor Repulsor.
Yeah,
so,
I like the Rush Hellflower, because like Bubbles and Madman get really heavily countered if they have ways of actually sort of silencing them. Oh, bottom lane Madman. They have Dust on Parasite.
We're going to try Fred. There's a jump from Dr. Repulsor. Dust, it is going to be used right there in the last second. Madman's going to try to stalk away, but the face hug prevents any attempt at that. So, well played. And using the Lex Talionis, by the way. Again, you got stressed that he likes this item, so...
Oh, top lane, Swiftblade.
We saw it yesterday as well. Swiftblade indeed is in a little bit of trouble here. Empath somewhat low. Swiftblade already used the Swift Slashes, and he will get picked off. That's all said and done. So good chase onto him and tying it up at 3 hero kills apiece here with the counter kill. But yeah, Lex Talionis on Parasite. And it's becoming maybe will it be one of these items that starts to gain traction, you think, or is this going to be only a couple players? Well, the support style of Ironstone.
I really like it, honestly. I think it should definitely be somewhat of a support or utility item, because carries, like, they won't pick up, for 2 reasons. First of all, obviously, it's sort of a detriment to yourself as well, and carries never want to do that. And second of all, it would just stop their eventual sort of progression in items. But for supports, particularly Parasite, it is quite a nice niche item, though, because obviously you can Lex Talionis on someone, and then when you get the debuff, you can actually put it onto someone else with face hug. Middle lane, though, Deadwood's going to be falling.
Didn't stand a chance right there. However, is this going to come at a cost? It looks like it is. Parasite with the counterplay gets the kill onto Bubbles. Malikan, he does not have his ulti for him. He's taking some good spin damage right here. Swiftblade needs to be careful not to overcommit too much.
Whoa.
So trample out front, gets to the bottom, and miss Dr. Pulsar C-Fluid, but Doctor's out of mana now as a result of the fly-in, and he will end up falling. The chase is real from Madman to pick off a Luna. Parasite and Swiftblade going to be on the run. They should be fine in the long run. Madman, he might have overcommitted now himself. Yes, I think he should be fine, though. Yeah, Parasite can't chase him down.
That Doctor just wasted all of his mana to sort of fly in onto the Malikan, didn't secure the kill, had no mana to get out, and they just turned on him as a result. So, a massive overextension from Fozzislov.
Yeah. Indeed it was. 14 minutes into the game now. 2,200 goal lead. But yeah, the Swiftblade also just even again going up there on the uphill. Again, 160 goal per minute Beaver Banger here. Not, yeah, you see right there, nearly 500 GPM average in 50 games. 4th place overall on top GPM players, but this game just not really set up to have the prettiest time initially, and not really working out so far. Definitely like some recovery for him. Malakin doing what he can do, especially just with the Whispering Helm Steam Boots even. Pops that ulti form, gonna cleave down some Ancients here. And that'll increase his farm that much more. Gonna be upwards of 400 GPM once he finishes these all off. Just watch it jump here. 386, there's the 406, so there you go. And that means Insanitarius is gonna be happening now. Pretty shortly here, and that alone with the Whispering Helm, you get a shrunken head on top of that, and boy oh boy, is he scary.
Yeah, and like the sort of Insanitarius and even Outer Parasite, if you won't go that, but those two items are just great for Strength Furies. That they practically turn any Strength Fury into a sort of carry, and for Malakin, who's a carry Strength Fury, they just synergize it so well with the hero. So just yeah, it's going to do a lot of work for him. But going back to the Lex Talionis pick there, like on Parasite, it's just so nice because you can like turn the debuff, it turns onto yourself, onto someone else with the face hug. So just really nice synergy with Parasite in itself. It's quite a neat feature.
Yep.
And actually as well, like not a lot of people know, but Lex Talionis rank level 3 does actually more magic armor penetration than spell shards if they don't have mystic vestments, and it's a lot cheaper item as well. So definitely worthwhile in this game as there's no mystic vestments picked up on mint.
Yeah. Something I don't have yet, and it's something I was looking at too. You know, looking back at this Deadwood pickup here, and you know, thinking also his Willowkeeper is going to be pretty strong, and not only for the sort of burst damage, but the strength reduction. You know, against heroes like a Malakin, even that Lilufon, tend to be a little bit tankier. Get that strength gain up there. It'll help against them. So decrease that life pool a little bit more than would on another hero. So top lane, look at this once again. Remember earlier they were pushing this in, and they were forced to fall back because of an invisible Deadwood. Not going to be the same story here. They're going to easily push this one in now. And no defense put up whatsoever. You see the Legion team elsewhere. Not interested in doing that. Double Portakey pickups. Cthulhu and Bubbles both get their Portakeys right there. And I believe, yeah, and Sanitarius was just finished by Malakin, now being delivered. So quite a trio of items coming out there for Dawn, and we'll see what kind of move they make now to make the best use of these. I mean, what do you think? Maybe try to clear a Conqueror kill here, or really try to push around the top or middle, or bottom or middle, excuse me? Or?
I think they can definitely take tier 1 middle. I think taking Congo, I don't think they have the greatest sustain. Although they've got Whispering Helm on Malakin, I still don't think they'll be able to take Congo quite efficiently. But taking the tier 1 middle would probably be the best sort of course of action. I think they might actually need to get a pick off first before they do such a thing, though, because pushing into sort of Portal Key Deadwood is still very, very risky. I think they need to maybe get a pick off and then transition to a tier 1 tower mid. This could be the gank I was talking about.
Deadwood, he's fine.
No.
Yeah, they jumped a little too far, and with the TP coming in, it's just not worth it.
Tanky.
Not worth following up for the kill. Deadwood, he's got to be so close to the Portal Key. He is somewhat 1830. So he's doing what he can to try to get that. Only 240 gold per minute, though. So unlike last game, not having the best time.
I mean, they could try and find a timing push before the Hellflower's picked up on Doctor Repulsor. And they're going to rotate mid as well. So I think Nullstone might even give this tower up, though, because there's no Hellflower on Doctor Repulsor, and I think that's what they're trying to hold out for.
Yeah. Middle tower going to end up falling here.
Have destroyed a Legion tower.
See Deadwood gets out of the woods before he gets caught too, so good time when pushing D coming out from Mint here, bottom lane. Gonna defend this tower. It's not in eye range yet, actually. One more archer, there you go. Just put it into eye range. Used to be at the 130 mark, currently at 127. So we'll see if Empath looks to deny it here or not. You look at a Luna kind of hanging out nearby too. Wonder if she's gonna try something sneaky here. Maybe with the Deja Vu, maybe go in, try to snipe the tower hit, or maybe I'm just stand there. Never mind. All right, denying the tower. Just simply AFK, apparently. Not sure what he's accomplishing there. But anyways, poured out from Malik into the top lane. He just finished off the triple stack Ancients. Another 2,000 gold saved up as a result of that. And now going to farm more up here. So the Hellflower is getting close now to being finished on Dr. Repulsor you're talking about. And the portal key has enough gold at least for Deadwood. And he also just hit level 11, so that's a pretty good timing there. Coming out for them.
Yeah, I think they should try and maybe get a gank off on probably maybe the Madman or the Bubbles. I think they could burst either one of them down. Because I think actually a Congo might be happening probably just after Malikan picks up his final item, whether it be Shrunken Head or another item. Maybe the Soul's Bulwark perhaps. I think Soul's Bulwark actually might be a little bit better seeing as they're against Deadwood. They do have the Abyssal already. Or they're trying to go up top.
Yeah, there's a jump up here on a Swift Blade, but the spin a little bit too strong once again. Gets it off before the big follow-up happens. And able to get away as a result of that again.
Beaverbang is actually going Codex actually, so it's going to skip the puzzle box. I think. Oh, top
oh, what a steal right there from Deadwood. Is he okay? Yeah, the neutrals ends up killing him. The red power throw is even coming out, but so it's kind of one of those funny moments that. At least he died in neutrals, but still, that was a perfect timing. I think I can
take mid now. I might be able to take middle.
Perhaps. Yeah, no Kelpfield. Double damage Deadwood, always scary.
Yeah. But yeah, Parasite's actually picked up Codex, and it works quite well with the Lex Talionis, and I think this might be actually a little bit better than Puzzle Box. The reason being is because now they've got Hellflower and Dr. Pulse, so Codex on Parasite, and obviously the Portal Key on Deadwood. They have a lot of ways of ganking heroes across the map, and I think there's something that Null needs to start doing a little bit more, because the team fight from Mint is clearly superior. We've seen the last two team fights, and Null just not even ready to take a team fight, for example. They need a couple more kills. They need actually superior golden experience lead if they want to take team fights.
Yeah.
And that can only happen if they start ganking. So as long as they utilise the ganks, then I think it'd be fine. But they're just happy to sort of sit back and farm, which I think is the wrong decision coming out from Nullstone.
Let's see, Doctor is doing a lot of that farm here, nearly 400 gold per minute now. Again, he has the Hellflower, now the 1,000 gold saved up. Going to push the bottom lane. You got Cthulhu down here. If he gets somebody else, they could. Okay, never mind. Doctor's going to get away before any chance to be had right here. So, and Nullstone is pretty adamant, though, about doing the farm thing. Wow, yeah, Codex on Parasite. So what you got is definitely kind of going against the norm here, at least from what we've seen in a long time. With that Codex pickup.
I think Nullstone just realised that, wait a minute, we can't really team fight, to be fair, so there's no point trying to get team fight items if we're not going to team fight. They're just going to try and split, and sort of split push and sort of gain whenever the sort of position presents itself. So.
Level 1 Codex, I assume, yeah. I don't. What do you think? Is he going to actually level that up, or?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he might level at level 1 and then start building towards the puzzle box, because when he gets max puzzle box level 3, it'll probably be about 30-35 minutes, and by that time Nullstone might feel ready to start taking team fights, because they might have like Shrunken on Dr. Repulsor, for example, like Bulwark on Deadwood, and those kind of items that allows them to start taking team fights. Oh, Bubbles, middle lane.
Yeah, he's going to be caught here by Deadwood initially. Dr. Repulsor helping to secure the job, and actually Drenz gets credit for it with that red power throw. Madman still pursuing Deadwood, though. This is why Cthulhu comes in. Look at that Codex nuke throwing a Cthulhu says, take this. And down goes Cthulhu. Wow. Yeah, he just got bursted there. That's why he did it.
Man, that Lex is doing so much work with that Parasite, actually. But yeah, as you can see, like Nullstone, like they even took 2 heroes, but they're like, yeah, let's not team fight, because they're scared, put simply, of the Malikan. He's got Shrunken Head now as well, and I think they realise quite smartly that we've got gank potential. Just keep on doing that and try and get as much farm as we can through the ganks before we start team fighting, because I think on equal golden experience, they will lose team fights.
Yeah.
But there's your answer, Breaky, though. Parasite leveling up the Codex.
Is he?
And that's fun as well. He's doing a lot of damage, so he can increase that as well. They might try and go for a strategy of kill the rest of the team and leave Malikan till last, honestly.
Leave Malikan alone. Yeah, maybe crowd control him if you can, in a sense. Obviously, we're going to have a little difficult, but exactly. I do kind of wonder if that Parasite even leveling up the Codex is a little bit of a momentum pickup there. And what I mean by that is, like, he just used it, he got it, and no doubt that was a big reason why he was able to burst down through the flat. And so he's like, you know what, that worked out very well. I'm just going to start leveling this thing up. So, yeah, part of me is like, I do get it, but at the same time, it works so well for that instance against one of the tankiest heroes on this Hellborn Seed team. Do you really need to level it up? But
yeah, but at the same time, you have to realize that everyone else is going to be scaling in terms of better HP, better survivability. So the only way you can counteract that is if you increase your, burst potential, which is with the Codex. So.
Yeah. See Kongor. He's dropping here. Looking Nullstone, they do not want to give this up. This is a big fight coming out. He takes out Parasite off the creep. Using the hook him. Down goes Kongor, and this is the last thing you want to do for the Legion team. They're going to get caught out in a horrible position. Kelfoot already used. Swiftblade, he falls right off the bat, as well as Parasite and Nullstone Gaming. What is Deadwood doing? He literally ran right into them. Down goes Deadwood. Double tap for Probus. And Alunas doesn't stand a chance either. She's eventually going to be picked off as well. It's going to be a 4-for-0 Kongor kill in favor of the Hellborn side. That was just sloppy play from Nullstone.
They have like no vision into the Kongor pit until after that team fight happened, and they just go in like that. It just seems like the Kongor died before they even went in, and I don't know. They should just be they should have been split pushing, even if they have token. Like it's not the biggest deals, but now they lost team fight. They're going to probably most likely lose Rax actually right here.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing to me. I do understand as a player, there's so many things going on. And, we don't get the God vision that we do, and you're in the heat of the moment in a sense a lot of times. But how many teams do that? Where we talk about that when Kongor has been slain, and then they kind of go in and they're in that vicinity of, oh crap, now not only do we give up Kongor, but now we're going to get jumped right here with the token of life, and it all falls apart. I mean. It's not the first time we've seen that happen, and it definitely won't be the last. Yeah. But they can't have mistakes like that. And what was really up until that point, just honestly a pretty even game. Both teams had a lot of positives going. Yep. Now it's looking a little bit better for Mint over here.
Yeah, and like I said, they can't take team fights on an equal footing, but specifically when they're behind as well. And they would have had a lot better chances of taking the team fight against a token in their own base than it was 5-on-5 like that, really. But,
yeah.
Doc's Boss didn't have Shrunken, Bulwark wasn't even finished on Deadwood, for example, and Swiftblade, I think Nullstone could easily take this late as well. Although Mint have decent carry potential with obviously Malakin and Madman, as long as they gank Madman quite effectively, they can shut him down to a point where he won't really have too much of a threat in the late game. Yeah, now they're going to most likely lose all their outer towers. And then they're going to have a timing push with the token into Rax as well. And I don't know if Nullstone can really contest it, but we'll have to wait and see.
Update from the other series once again. It looks like that one's going to a Game 3, by the way. Prime Icarus pulling out Game number 2 over Willowkeeper. How about that? Wouldn't that be an upset if Prime Icarus is able to take out Willowkeeper in the losers bracket here? Of course, there's the gold division and whatnot being dropped down. That's already taken care of, but still, losing this early definitely be a shock to Willowkeeper. And again, what is the biggest prize pool cycle so far Haunter has ever had throughout Season 1, 2, or 3 of nearly $37,000 for Diamond alone. So a lot of money on the line here for these teams. And right now in this game, Mint is making a pretty aggressive push. Empath jumps inside Malakin. Look at, is that a level 5 Codex now? It's level 3 actually, okay. But still a lot of burst potential. So Malakin, he's going to fall victim here. Most likely they use the Codex. They're going to go for a big burst. They will get the kill. Token to life though. Going to bring it back up. Soul Slash is bouncing around. Here comes Malakin. The ulti farm is popped and the cleave damage once again coming out. Deadwood ends up falling. Dr. Pulse though well alive in the background. However, he is getting low on mana. So Malakin going to kind of chase right here. Doctor officially out of mana now. They don't have a slow, though, with just Bubbles and Malakin. So, yeah, they're going to have to get back. I guess technically with the sword throw.
But that burst damage was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, Bubbles.
He barely gets away. But, yeah, the Lex was applied. The Codex came out. They just went all right on him.
They bursted Malakin down, from full to nothing, practically. It was actually ridiculous. Didn't expect that to happen. And they held their racks as well, just about. But
yeah. Fun stat there. Yeah, kill the carry. That's... If you want to have a chance. I mean, it's kind of one of those stats where it's like, I mean, it makes sense. If a carry doesn't die on one team, then you would hope that that team wins. But yeah, it's they technically killed him there, but not really. According to the stats, of course, because of the token of life, brought him back up. But yeah, they showed their burst potential. I don't know. At the same time, though, I feel like Mid may have kind of forced that fight when it wasn't necessary. But hey, that's why you get the token though. They use the token.
Yeah, exactly.
They gotta kill themselves at least one kill. Yeah, Probus did. So it's not like it was the worst trade for them either.
Yeah. I mean, in sort of fights like that, you could even say maybe Parasite. If they had racks now, that would have been really big. Oh, the Parasite.
Parasite. He was power throw. Will snipe out to finish her off, but Parasite sacrificing himself. Not worth it.
That was not worth it.
Not at all. Spinning Swiftblade. He gets out of there. Okay. He is going to be fine. So yeah, definitely not worth it. Parasite getting a little extra aggressive here, and costing his life as a result. That's what you got.
Breastplate now on Malakan as well. I wonder what. I think Rift Shards actually could be really, really good as a last item, and then finish off maybe Symbol after that. No, it'd be Symbol first actually, because he needs to have a TP slot open. So it'd be Symbol first, and then maybe Rift Shards and post haste last item, I think.
Yeah.
And give him a tanky. It'd sort of give him enough tankiness.
Well, yeah.
And then maybe Silt and Sanitarius for like maybe Savage Mace, maybe or even Heart if he wants to go even more tanky, because he got bursted down pretty quickly, to be fair, so he might feel the need.
That, and he does have an empath to give him assisted damage support as well right now.
Yeah.
Hell, the Insanitarius and a Demonic Breastplate, he's putting out a lot of damage, to be fair, so yeah, I think the Symbol of Rage makes the most sense here, and then look at the luxury past that, but Shrunken Head just finished on Cthulhu, and there's the Brutalizer on Madman. I was also going to say that, Madman's bringing some decent damage himself too, and now he has a Brutalizer to work with here, as far as that's concerned. So, with the Abyssal Skull, definitely a good item to have in general, of course. Deadwood, not to call it Joel Simeon, but he just has had very little to no impact this game, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. Like, the only person who's been really ganking is this Parasite, like. But I don't know, they've got 3 incredibly aggressive heroes, and they just, I don't know, they feel like they haven't really made a lot of ganks happen. Like, we haven't seen one smoke gank this whole game, like, and it's there to be utilised kind of thing. Maybe because they're afraid that Minter's going to be sort of as fire all the time, which I guess they have been to an extent, but I don't know, it seems a little bit strange, to be honest. And I don't see Swiftblade split pushing on the map enough either, honestly. Like, the only person that can really interrupt him is the Malakan Ultimate, but nothing else can really stop it. Obviously, now the Brutalizer from Madman can as well, but he doesn't seem to. He's been sort of split pushing lanes and trying to push out lanes to really give Nullstone more of a map presence. But I don't know, it just seems a little bit passive from Nullstone when they don't have probably the heroes to be passive with.
Deadwood again, he's got the Soul Spore. He's working on a Shrunken Head most likely, so try to a little more freedom in the midst of these fights. Middle lane, a possible jump, but Cthulhu Fun and the rest of them get back before that jump can take place right here. As more movement kicking in, you see Dr. Pulsar. Oh, that's why. It's like he's flying around the map, but, well, he has a regen rune. That's what he does. So another 20 seconds remaining on it. So he's going to continue kind of scouting things out, seeing if he can find anybody with this regen rune. He might find somebody soon here. Yes, he will. Now, will he want to commit to the question? Yeah, he doesn't want to. And actually, the regen was taken off right there, so all of a sudden he's out of mana. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, what you got gets a free pick on us already, but at what cost here? Parasite, the auto attack damage with the Brutalizer proc, and Bubbles there as well, of course, assisting to help get the counter kill. So again, another case where sure, he gets a kill on the empath, but he dies in the end, so needs to be very careful with these jumps here, as they're not paying off in the long run. Yet another counter kill, so with Parasite dead, we'll see if they make a move here.
Yeah, I think they're gonna just wait for token. I think they're still scared that that Mannequin can get bursted down like before Shrunken Head. Now they've got Health Flare on Dr. Pulsar. He's closing on Sheepstick as well, so I think they're just gonna wait till token and then go from there really. But this game feels really weird. It's been like really passive. It feels like.
It has been. I mean, we have what 24 hero kills in about 33 minutes in. It's not too bad as far as that's concerned, but yeah, I definitely agree with you. At the same time, it does feel like this has been. I think it's surprisingly passive is a better way to put it, where you would expect with
the heroes they've got,
like Deadwood especially, Doctor's an aggressive, more carry kind of hero, so yeah.
This Deadwood's actually had 0 impact in the game. I mean, Pebbles probably would have had a sick impact, but
Pebbles would have been 11-0-0 right now and just taking over, yeah. That's just hasn't really been able to kind of kick it into second gear here, so Parasite is at a still level 3 codex. So yeah, he's died a couple times. So he is level 16 now, though, so he's already putting out a good amount of burst, even that much more here. The face hug now doing 100 more damage. And applying a 1 second longer silence as a result. Malakin saving up that gold. 556 gold per minute now, and cleaning up some agents. Ooh, he gets the portal key. We've seen this before.
It's just a really good initiation factor. It helps them start team fights, and they might even be able to even perhaps burst the Doctor Repulsor if they get him before Shrunken Head, for example. Would be pretty big.
Yeah. People are bringing some interesting points about using Lex Talionis, then using Facehug, and how the transferring works with that.
Yeah, I stated that a little bit earlier. Like you can swap it onto different heroes. It's really cool.
That is interesting. Yeah. Huh. Very good use of that. Oh, Malakin jumping in. Dr. Pulsar getting away initially. Here we go with the follow-up there from Bubbles. The Kefta comes out. Dead one again, being locked down. He does nothing. Throw the miss of that fight. Swift Slashes are bouncing around though. Madman's dead. Bubbles dead. Swiftblade trying to do enough damage. Not enough though, as Malakin is just too strong with Empath inside especially. And the chase is happening yet again. Look at Parasite. Couple of auto attacks. And a trample later, he falls to a hat trick for Probusk. And he goes right back into the Kongor pit to finish off what they started here. 35 minutes in. Malakin's now going to have a... Well, I don't know if he's going to get the token, actually. I mean, what would he drop here? Okay, he's going to get rid of the Whispering Helm, it looks like. Interesting. He gives it to Empath, though. Okay.
Yeah, it gives him a sieging mechanic, though. He'll obviously take it back after he dies, but I think what they're going to do, they're just going to regen up, and then this allows Malakin to sort of right-click on the base practically with the whole of his team sort of sitting behind him.
Yeah.
But because if they don't give it to him, then they don't really have ways of taking down towers. I don't think safely. So makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, the ancient stacking continuing to happen here from Nullstone at least, and make sure to prioritize that. But yeah, again, the jump of Mint coming out, and that happened earlier. That wasn't nearly as bad as the Kongor fight before, sure, but it's just the initiation. Mint's not going to let them get in a comfortable spot. They're going to be the first ones to jump, as they're clearly showing here. I mean, when you look at the portal key situation now, especially with Malakin kitting it makes sense. They got 3 portal keys to the 1. And Madman can also, of course, get in there pretty quickly, too, with that stock of his. And so it's understandably the initiation advantage here in favor of the Hellborn team. That's where you do look at the portal key, though, on Malakin, honestly. And the more I am thinking about it now, with Bubbles and with Cthulhu Font already having that strong presence of jumping in first, was it really necessary to get the portal key over?
Yeah, I mean, but they have. It obviously goes through goes shrunken the fear effect, so ways of sort of dealing with the Swift Blade, but also the Doctor Repulsor Shrunken Head. It gives them ways to, like you saw in the team fight, like jumped in and just completely disrupted the team fight from the start. They didn't give Nullstone any ways of really controlling the team fight with that. And yeah, he doesn't have the most amount of damage, but if he's got Empath inside him, that's not the biggest deal, honestly. Now he's got a DD as well.
Yeah,
so.
That's scary. DD and Empath inside. You do not want to take a fight right now if you're Nullstone, but you may be forced to because your melee racks, they pop invulnerability right away, but as soon as that goes down, okay, look at that, trying to...
I'm surprised he's afraid that his whole team can sit behind him.
Yeah, that is true, yeah. I mean, he even has a token. It's why is he just sitting the right click? And again, there we go. So he is going to be jumped, though. There's the burst damage once again. Now they're going to try to reset here as Nullstone. Can they successfully do it? It's a question. Red Stun coming out initially on a Malakin. Not the biggest deal, though. He's able to fall back, so...
That's
Doctor?
fine. Doctor,
what was Doctor thinking? Fuzzy Sloth is dead. Oh, no. He completely misplayed that.
He doesn't have a buyback.
DC. I mean, I don't know if that was a DC, to be honest. I mean, how is that? He literally used his mana to go there. I don't know. But he does not have a buyback. And, yeah, you can't fault Min right there. It's like you jump into them. It's what are they going to do? Yeah, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is, and that's going to be another set of racks, most likely, as you said. Dr. Pulsar down right here. They're going to go for the burst kill once again on the Malakin. Do they have enough? It doesn't look like it. And with that failing, guess what? Here comes the return. Swift Slash is bouncing around, trying to get anybody killed. Parasite willing to fall in the spin from Swiftblade. He is going to be able to survive. They only lose Parasite in that, but they did not kill anybody. And that's going to be now a tower kill. And on top of the melee racks also, most likely falling right here. Yeah, they can't do much. Doctor's down for another 20 seconds. So, yeah, I mean, he says he DC'd. I'm sure that was a funky play. Something was clearly. There's no reason to make a decision like that. So, something was
Even
up.
if you
But
DC, it's a little bit strange how
yeah, I don't know how you DC and poor, but clearly, yeah, he is a good player.
Exactly.
I'm saying it's clearly something was wrong there. So
Yeah,
he wouldn't just randomly do that. But it is what it is, and Mint capitalizes, and all of a sudden, Nullstone's in a very, very difficult spot here.
Yeah, I think that the only play I think, and they have to make the play right now, is that they have to smoke up, try and kill Malik, and then try and return kill with Rex, because he doesn't have a buyback just yet, but in the next minute or two, he's going to farm buyback, and they won't be able to do such a thing.
Yeah, he did invest in buying the similar range, you're right, after that fight right there.
Because playing passive or farming is just not going to do anything, unfortunately. They have to gank their way back into it. But, yeah, they're just happy sitting back, I guess.
Well, Dr. Repulsor kind of scouting things out, and yeah, you got to wonder what the mindset is, too. You know, after an instance like that, too, and where you're down 1-0 already, and when that happens, you can tell he even typed it in chat, I just lost us the game. You know, clearly, you know, he might be a little bit disturbed by that play that just happened, but, you know, as you pointed out, really, just sitting back and just trying to farm things out here, it's not really going to be your best bet, so.
You just got to go all in and hope for a pick-off, for example. I know it's going to be really, really risky, but at the moment you're just waiting to lose kind of thing. I'd always give it a go kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. They're going to start falling back into some regen in here. We'll see if maybe this is kind of that cue of let's try to do something, but bigger and better items, not only on Malakim, but of course the rest of the team kicking in right here. You got Madman, he has a shrunken head being delivered. Storm Spirit on
Storm
Empath.
Spirit is, yeah, that's really nice actually, because the one sort of timing or one kind of feature that Nullstone can have and to win these team fights is to burst down Malakim, but not now with the Symbol of Rage plus the Storm Spirit. There's literally, I don't think there's ways they can win this team fight, I don't think. Unless they maybe burst down the Madman and leave Malakim to last, but...
Here we go again. Empath inside again. No token, but he does have that symbol now. And that's difficult. They've shown they got some good bursts, though. There's a Storm Spirit canceling the initial burst. Song of the Sea to follow up Dr. Repulsor. He's being beat on. He eventually gets taken out. Some sides bouncing around. But again, you look at Malakin. He doesn't care. He has a similar rage active. Heals up full. GG well plays are being called. And game 2 in the series going to go to Mint, a.k.a. Fresh, a.k.a. Dawn. Whatever you want to call them. They are victorious, and they move on to the next round as a result of the victory here. So congratulations to them. And, you know, Nullstone, you know, again, take that even with that misplay there, I mean, they were
definitely
still in a
that was
spot.
The biggest misplay was when the team decided to try and fight after the token was picked up from Mint, like just before the first token or the first Congo kill. Then they lost Rax off that middle lane. So yeah, obviously it sucked that Fuzzysoft that happened to him, but you can't blame it on him. As a team, you lose as a team or you win as a team.